51 points out of KD last night. Over the last 3 games, look at what he's averaging. He's averaging 48 points a night. Averaging, Scotty. What do you see when you see what has gotten into him besides there's no step?
I see the guy that I said here a few weeks ago. He is one of the most unstoppable guys in the NBA, and right now he has not been pushed to that level. Now, with Steph out, with Draymond Green out, you're seeing the real KD, the KD that I felt like has been holding back for the last couple of years. We watched him play with Russell Westbrook, win an MVP year there with Westbrook, and still, I don't think we saw the full KD. And I think now we're getting a chance to see KD really carry a team. He's never had the opportunity to step in and be the leader, be the man. The ball come through him. Now we're starting to see that, and I think scoring is just very easy for this guy.
Rachel, are we seeing the 2019-20 Knicks?
Don't give producer Steve hope like that.
You know, this is what a Kevin Durant team would kind of look like, and the thing about it is, Kevin loves this. He loves to have games like this. Like, we've maybe never seen a 3-game run like this of this high stats. We've seen 3-game runs like this from him before.
Well, he's never done this before, by the way. Even with all, Scotty's right. See, that's what I think that's fascinating when you're saying, because I think a lot of people think, oh, he's reverting back to OKC form. When he does this, he's not. Because you're right, he had Russell before.
And I'm gonna say this: KD needs the opportunity to lead a team. You know,
but does he want to do that at the end of the season? Because when it's ring giving out time, I think he likes being on a team with other all-stars. I think it's one of those things that he's going to have to balance this offseason. You know, is it worth subjugating my game for another 3 or 4 years, or do I want my own team again? But I might be home in June. I mean, this is a classic situation that he's going to have to.
I think if you ask that to a lot of players, they would say no. But you're talking about a guy who already has 2 NBA championships. He already has 2 NBA finals.
Yeah. Right.
So what else is left for him is to go lead his own team and do it, to be pushed, to be the player that he probably has dreamt that he will always be. He could probably be a player that could score 40 points a game.
You're one of the few
in this
people
league.
in NBA history who had been in the same situation. If he came to you and said, Scotty, what should I do? Should I stay here and get some more rings, or should I go off and try to do it myself? What would you tell him?
I would tell him to go off and do it on his own.
And that's
because I think he is capable of leading a team on his own. I think he's capable of winning a championship by himself with another player, but KD is the best player in the league right now.
So you think he's already there?
I truly think that he's there. I think he's been there for a few years, but I think he's been kind of sheltered because he came into a situation where he didn't want to step on anyone's toes or anything like that. So he's in a situation where now he can either push forward or he can continue to kind of hold back. And we're seeing the KD that push forward.
You know, I think what was interesting was after the game last night, Draymond didn't play. And he came out and got on the record about just how great KD was. Now, it's not unheard of for a guy who doesn't play to give an interview, but it's certainly rare.
A little bit of,
just to make sure.
We're good now. Did you know we're good? Hey, look, we're good, we're good.
You remember, but maybe we should recruit and keep this guy. So I thought that was interesting.
Well, Scotty, I like what you're saying, too, because I kept thinking about KD maybe going to the Knicks, Brian, producer Steve, or somewhere else where he might leave Golden State as being, oh, he wants his own team, that kind of thing, to get away from all the Twitter, you know, all the sort of backlash about him joining the Warriors. Your point about him being able to fully flower as a basketball player, I hadn't considered that as much because he's so good now. But he's never had 3 games in a row where he scored over 40. This was the first time.
No, because he's always been sort of the second guy. You know, even when he played in Oklahoma City, he was behind Westbrook. You know, Westbrook may miss a few games here and there, and you get some flashes. Like he's getting flashes now because Steph is out. When Steph come back, yeah, he's going to have to pull back a little bit. But does KD really want to be that guy that's pulling back? Or do he want to be that guy that's coming out every night and you got to deal with him? You got to deal with a guy now can give you 60 points a night. And with his length and his size and his versatility, he's unstoppable on the offensive end.
Man, someone, as Brian points out, someone who would know.